Welcome to Who Knows. Today we'll be chomping through 10 fun facts about Miss Pac-Man, the beloved arcade classic that turned the maze craze up a notch. She may have started as an unofficial spin-off, but she quickly became an arcade legend in her own right. With faster gameplay, smarter ghosts, and a charming love story, Miss Pac-Man took everything great about the original and cranked it up to a whole new level. Now, before we get lost in the maze of facts, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more videos like this, and stick around for a final joke at the end. You won't want to mispack that one. Hey, wait a minute, what is this? Plato? Darwin? Freud? Newton? What's going on? Oh, right. Fact 1. Miss Pac-Man wasn't Miss Pac-Man. Before she became the arcade queen we know today, Miss Pac-Man started out as an unauthorized hack of Pac-Man called CRAZY OTTO. The game was developed by a group of MIT students at General Computer Corporation, GCC, but instead of shutting them down, Midway, the American distributor of Pac-Man, bought the rights and rebranded it as Ms. Pac-Man. Fact 2. She was almost Pac-Woman. During development, names like Pac-Woman, Miss Pac-Man, spelled M-I-S-S, period, and Mrs. Pac-Man, spelled M-R-S, period, were considered before the team settled on Miss Pac-Man. Just the M and S with the period. The final name emphasized her independence, making her one of the first female video game protagonists. Fact 3. She's faster than Pac-Man. Unlike her yellow counterpart, Miss Pac-Man moves at a quicker pace, making the gameplay feel more dynamic. She also doesn't follow predictable patterns, which means you actually have to strategize instead of memorizing ghost movements. Fact 4. The ghosts are smarter. In the original Pac-Man, the ghosts follow a set pattern, but in Ms. Pac-Man, they move more unpredictably. This added difficulty made the game more exciting and less repetitive than the original. Fact 5. Ms. Pac-Man had a love story. Throughout the game's cutscenes, you see the romance unfold between Ms. Pac-Man and her yellow suitor. These cutscenes were one of the earliest examples of storytelling in video games. The first cutscene was called They Meet. The second cutscene is all about the chase. What happens next? At the end of this video, I'll show you the final cutscene conclusion. Fact 6. The fruit moves! In Pac-Man, the bonus fruits stay in one spot, but in Ms. Pac-Man, they bounce around the maze, making it harder to grab those extra points. This little change keeps players on their toes and adds a new layer of challenge. Fact 7. The game outsold Pac-Man. While Pac-Man was already a massive success, Ms. Pac-Man took things to another level. The game sold over 125,000 arcade cabinets, making it one of the best-selling arcade games of all time. Fact 8. First Lady of Gaming. Miss Pac-Man is widely recognized as one of the first female protagonists in video game history. She paved the way for other iconic characters like Samus Aran and Lara Croft, proving that gaming wasn't just for the guys. Fact 9. Hidden messages in the code. Early versions of Ms. Pac-Man contained hidden developer messages embedded in the game's code. These Easter eggs were never meant to be seen by players, but could be uncovered by those digging through the game's programming. Some arcade enthusiasts have since discovered initials and messages left behind by the developers. Before we get to the final fact, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to check out our other videos to learn more amazing things. Who knows what you might discover? And remember, we've got a special joke coming up at the end. You won't want to ghost us now. Fact 10. Ms. Pac-Man was a legal workaround. Midway, the American distributor of Pac-Man, wanted a sequel, but Namco, the original creator, wasn't developing one, so Midway took matters into their own hands, modifying Crazy Otto into Ms. Pac-Man without Namco's direct involvement. This later caused legal tension between the two companies, and to this day, Namco doesn't have rights to the game. Even after all these years, Ms. Pac-Man remains one of the most beloved arcade games of all time. Her fast-paced gameplay, unpredictable ghosts, and moving fruit made her a true legend of the golden arcade era. And whether you played it in an old-school arcade or on a modern console, her legacy lives on. By the way, what's Ms. Pac-Man's favorite type of music? Anything with a good loop. And as promised, let's find out the conclusion to this 80s arcade love story. See you at the next video.